Welcome back to Stu's Structures. You know, sometimes the normal trains on the track that are on the schedule can't handle the full load of everything going on. So this week we have a running extra for you, so stay tuned. Alright, so we are running a little extra video this week. You know, a lot of times in the background I am working on other projects. Sometimes I throw a few things in videos as I go along, but this week I just had a real quick build and I just wanted to put that out there. You know, I've spoken very highly of Tichy products, you know, mostly windows and doors and parts for buildings and stuff that I order. In one video you did see where I had some water towers that you know, use next to a concrete cooling tower to put water in tenders of locomotives. Well, this week, you know, I found this going through my windows and doors when I was looking for stuff for a project, and I just have a few more baggage carts that I never built. I did show these in a video once before when I was doing the freight house of Grafton build, but you know, I just wanted to go ahead and build these last two kits, so I'm just going to show you the process in this video and show you what nice kits these are, and you know, let's just do this.
Now the Tichy kits, you know, this one, you can see the number on it up there if you want to order one. Like I said, this was priced $5 when I bought these, but that's been some time ago, so they're probably a little more than that now. But you know, it comes with exploded view pictures and some descriptions above. The descriptions are pretty good. I didn't follow the directions in the orders of which they gave them and kind of made this up. But you can see here the sprue with all the parts, and then there's this one brass wire that was added in for a piece underneath, which we'll show in a little bit. And I just come back and cut all the pieces off. Now as I go through and put these together, I kind of clean up where I've taken, you know, cut them from the sprues and, you know, just around the platform, clean up the mold markings a little bit. And you know, some of these pieces are really small. The three pieces that make up this little platform here, which gives, you know, the ability for the front end of this to turn, it, you know, you just got to be careful with it so you don't break it while you're building it. And the rear axle piece just mounts down in a slot, you know, and it all goes together really well. And in that front mechanism, there's markings on the bottom of this platform where this turns, you know, and glues down into that. It's all styrene, so you can use some real quick, you know, glues for this. The front pull mechanism, which is also the turn mechanism, I just, you know, you have to bend the handle up on this just a little bit, which you'll see in a picture in a little bit, but I just come through and mounted the wheels onto that before gluing it onto the assembly. I think they actually recommend you doing it, you know, gluing it to assembly and then putting the wheels on, but yeah, I didn't see any problem with doing it this way. And since I had that rear axle mounted, I come back and start gluing the wheels onto the rear axle as well. Now these two wires you can see laying on the diagram here, or pictured in the diagram, these are the hardest things to really manufacture and put together on the whole kit. You know, you have to take your time and bend and fit and bend and fit and bend and fit and cut off parts to make sure that you get these right. There's plenty of wire there to make these two supports for the rear axle, but then I glue those into place, and that just takes CA glue because you're gluing metal to plastic, and then I come back and glue the whole front axle piece on here. And then the only two parts left are really these two ends on the top, which keep the baggage or whatever you have on the cart from falling off the cart. So I come back and I had to clean the holes out just a little bit. And on the front end, before I put that one on, you can see here where I bent the handle up. There's also a chain attached to the front of this that you have to bend down and glue to the top of the handle. Then I put that front you know, brace on there as well on top to keep the baggage from falling off. And here you see the whole assembly put together and just ready for paint at this point in time. Now I'm just going to paint these, you know, the green, the paint showed that, you know, a little darker than what it was. It ends up being a little lighter than I would like, but it works out okay. And it takes a couple of coats to come through and paint this. And I just used black on the handle and on that chain. And then, you know, a lot of these carts in the later years had black kind of non-skid that was put onto the outside of the wheels as well. So I add that on there, and it's basically one done project.
So there you have a running extra for the week. You know, there's two of these in the kit. I only really showed the building of one of them, but I am building both. The second one is about finished as well. You know, and they're just great scenery details to put around stations and things like that you know, they just would have been there, and they just add an extra point of realism to any scene that you're trying to build. These are nice kits. They're not expensive for the two of them. You know, I think this kit had a $5 price tag on it from, you know, the as it was, because I've had this for a while. So they may be up to $6 or something. I'm not sure what the current price is on them. But they are a Tichy product, and Tichy has a lot of these little small kits that are just, you know, nice little kits. I don't mind building little small structures from scratch, but trying to do the tiny detail on this thing to build this in scratch build to me was just nuts when you can get two kits relatively cheap for a few bucks a piece. You know, so I hope you enjoyed this little running extra this week. I just thought I would throw this out there, and, you know, Tichy doesn't support my channel, but, you know, they're just a good company for parts and things for scratch building. So I want to support that company. There are others out there, and we'll go over some of those as, you know, I go through builds, I mention them and things like that. But, you know, it's just another way for you to play with your trains during the week doing very small kits like this. Happy model railroading.